going back again. Yeah. I ain't going again. I ain't going back again.
To that state of mind where I was ignorant and it was wartime, and I thought I could save all of us if I wrote one line, you know, the right line. And getting by wasn't getting by, we had to steal and lie, and some of us died. We're on borrowed time and the clock was ticking, and they're looking at me and the move's mine. Fuck it, just tell them the truth. Tell them no man can take nothing from you. Tell them your skin is too thick and you'll die about this. They don't possess the spirit you do. Tell them your city is counting on you. If you go home with nothing, they'll probably kill you. And this ain't life or death for them. Close your eyes and count to 10.
Anything else that you had wanted to say that you think that is important for people to understand?
Like I said, I think the biggest point I want to leave people right now with is this was all a distraction to help start a war. And that war is now started. So I think people need to figure out where their niche is, what their individual level of focus is. You've chosen religion and the Russian Revolution and Christianity and how it was subverted by communists, and you found your angle. For me, I'm an ex-Antifa member. I have my own personal stories. I want to try to bring as much of my personal lived experience into what I'm saying as possible. Everyone needs to find their niche. Everyone's an individual. Everybody's unique. You know, one of the best things that I've seen this past year that made me want to speak out and even reach out to Buck Angel, you know, just look at the detransitioners. I started watching those at the very beginning when you could like count the number of detransitioners on your finger on YouTube. Now there's thousands. And because of that, the story can't be contained. Because of that, now legislative processes are happening where it's coming out that the pharmaceutical companies lied. And now legally, people are going to be held accountable, or it's going to be banned in certain states. You know, for me personally, I want to see that happen with Antifa. Right now, I can count on this hand how many members of Antifa I've seen on YouTube. It's me, some other guy that wrote a book, and some other guy that went on Fox News. You are not going to find much. There needs to be a wave. And if there's anybody out there who has something very particular to them that they feel other people feel in this current moment, then get on camera, get somewhere, reach out to people, and try to have those conversations. Because I can promise that's what I'm going to do. Right after you, I have a list of 5 people that I'm going to reach out to, and I hope they reach back out to me. And I want to have a conversation with them. You know, one of them is Benjamin Boyce. I love Benjamin Boyce. I saw you went on his podcast the other day. I'm like, all right, I'm going to shoot him an email. Let's go, because I have something to say. And because I know other people have very important things to say. And the more I listen to people talk, as I've listened to thousands of videos, thousands of people talk from all these different subjects, and you can take every single video and you can take an element of yourself from everything. Like, no one here is as alone as they seem. It may seem isolating because everyone's gone off into their tribes and their corners and their little cubbies, but really we all have this connection and we all have this understanding, and we know what's happening is wrong, and people want to hear that it's wrong. People need to hear from me, for example, that I'm sorry, that I am sorry for the destruction I caused to my community, to my state, to my country, to the world. George Floyd didn't just stop within the boundaries of the United States of America. It was exported all over the planet to where Hamas is talking about it now. So speak out. Speak out. Like, call yourselves out more than you call it your government, because until people start calling themselves out, I don't think people would seriously be willing to listen to me speak if I wasn't willing to take the time and self-critique. And that's something I've noticed in my personal life too, is because I will tear myself apart because I essentially turned into a Nazi. I went to fight Nazis and they freaking turned me into one. Or rather, maybe I turned myself into one. Maybe I shouldn't outsource the blame on that. But I have to live with that. I have to live with the fact that whenever people were out there fighting and that there was a redneck in front of me and he had a shotgun hanging off his back, that for a moment, three old Englishes deep, being at that protest for 2 hours, pissed off, livid as hell, that I thought about grabbing that shotgun off his back and shooting him. I have to live with that. How many other people were this close to doing something that fucking stupid and pulled back? That if they just share their stories, somebody else won't go out and engage in those types of things. And I have to sit and live with that I considered killing people and that other people around me consider doing the same, and that they want to pretend that they didn't. And then I'm glad every day that I fucking didn't. But you want to know what? And I'm going to find this video and upload it to my channel. There was, and it might have been the Oregonian or the Independent or one of them. There's a video that came out, and I was drunk and I was pissed off. And you just hear all these people going, "All cops are bastards." And it's just going over and over. And who do you think's screaming the loudest? Me. And I can very distinctly hear myself in there. I'm going to find that again, and I'm going to post it because I want to show people this. All cops are bastards. All cops are bastards. All cops are bang, bang, bang. Someone freaked out and started firing shots in the air. And then people started screaming and running and ducking for cover. Might have encouraged that a little bit. And there's a lot of other people out there who encouraged a lot of really messed up shit too. And you need to come out and you need to speak. And not only that, but the people that don't, you're cowardly. You don't want to be arrested. You don't want your family and friends to realize what you've done. We have to get past that, because here's the reality. They're not going to arrest me. For all that I've done, for all that the people here did, the people in Antifa didn't get arrested. There was cops around me the entire time I was misbehaving. No one came and grabbed me. I sat there for the past 3 years after leaving Antifa, scared that someone was going to kick down my door and come in and drag me the fuck out, being like, "We know you tossed this rock, or we caught you in front of here, or we saw you spray painting ACAB on this fence." No one ever came for me. But simultaneously, I know there's people that are sitting down in their house right now, paranoid as shit, because you know you did something wrong. So I guess that's what I want to leave people with. Admit when you do something is wrong, because these have consequences.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me rant on that.
No, I really appreciate that. I mean, what we're dealing with right now, what's going on with the schools and our culture, the rising generation is being destabilized in any number of ways. And Antifa is just one aspect of it. We have a group in Salt Lake City, Utah called Queer Marxists, and it's a militant queer Marxist group, and they have their pictures with their, huge shotgun rifles, automatic weapons. And the queer in the Marxist has the hammer and sickle. They're overtly communist, and they're radicalizing people. And we have to protect this rising generation from being radicalized. And for people who already have been radicalized, I'm very grateful to talk with you that you have been able to de-radicalize yourself. I hope and pray that more people can do that, just as you mentioned. I mean, I am just me. I don't have any special authority. I'm just going to post this on my social media, and I hope that someone watches it. I hope it's helpful to someone. I hope that we can prevent future violence. I hope that we can try to save a free nation. And God, I don't even know what else to say.